The square root of -1 times the square root of -1. Before I tell you what that is equal to, if we take the square root of 3 times the square root of 3, what does that equal? Equals 3. So in your mind or on your paper, you might do this and say that it's 3. This step we cannot do here. See how these two are the same and this gives us 3? We're using that pattern. The answer here is -1 by definition. So you cannot multiply that -1 and -1 and put it under the square root. By definition, I squared is defined to be equal to -1. Okay, so number 1, we're going to simplify 3i times 6i. What would we get?
18.
Thank you, those of you that are sitting quietly. 18i squared, because we have 2i, so it's I squared. So we just said that I squared is equal to what? -1. So this is 18 times -1, which would be -18. Questions on that? Okay, so for number 2, what do we need to do on number 2? Distribute. Good. Good vocabulary. We just said that. So we take 4i times 8i, which is 32i. 4i times -6i, which is what? -24i squared. Does that make sense so far? So really common mistake is just to leave it there. It's not completely simplified though. What is I squared? What do we say I squared is? -1. So this would be -24 times -1, which is +24. So this gives us 32i plus 24. Is that in standard form? No, remember in standard form, we have to put the number first. We have to put the 24 first. So 24 plus 32i would be our answer in standard form. Questions on that? Okay, number 3. David, go ahead and do that for us. What do we get?
So you distribute.
Good. Okay.
21i plus 7. I mean, -49i.
-49i squared. Good. And so now we need to simplify that I squared. So it's -49 times -1, which equals what? Positive 49. So we have 21i plus 49. We want to put it in standard form. So what would our answer be, Anais? That's right. Go ahead and do the U-try, please.
Get it?
I was gonna say something so outlandish. It's like it's so loud.
You guys out there? Jason? Okay.
Oh my God. Friday. Yo.
30?
Holy shit.
That
It
one.
was so fun.
That one.
But then I ended up being sick.
We're 3-0 on that.
You got 130, right? You
Somebody's
go.
fine.
We need to it doesn't matter. We already played victory.
You got best defense. Best.
Stand the game, go back it up. No, it wasn't anything bad. It was like, we were just like on the phone like this. Running on my phone.
Okay, so the answer to the try should be negative 14 plus 6i. Questions on that before we move on to.
I need to get a new phone. I need to get an iPhone. So I should FaceTime.
So make sure you put your answer in standard form. That number comes first. Okay, what's different on number 5?
Therefore, by parentheses,
Yeah, so how would we do this one? Anybody have any idea? Yes, honeys.
put the like terms together.
So when we have the parentheses next to each other like that, what does it mean we're doing with the two?
So you would take the 6 and you would multiply it by -4 and I, and then you would take the -2i and then multiply it by -4.
Yes. Yeah, so either use FOIL or the claw. Does that make sense? So can you do that for us, Trace? What's 6 times -4?
-24.
Okay, and then 6 times -i?
-6i.
Good. -2i times -4?
-8i.
Positive 8. That's okay, that's all right.
And then 2i squared.
Plus 2i squared. Good. So another common mistake is to forget and not put a square there. Okay, is this completely simplified? No, we need to simplify it all the way. The I squared, remember, is 2 times -1 or -2. So this is -24. How many total i's do we have? Plus 2i. And if you need to, you can cross those out. And this 2i squared, remember, simplifies to -2. Does that make sense? And now we have the -24 and -2, -26 plus 2i. Okay, let's do one more. So let's see. Omar, 4 times 7.
You do 28,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll do -28. And then it'll be 21. And then plus 20, -20.
Good. So these here, remember, this is the claw or foil, whatever way you want to look at it, but it's there because we want to organize it. So that's how we can organize it, by putting those arrows there. So now we're going to simplify this. -21i squared. So it'd be -21 times -1. What would that give us, Nate? 21. So we have 28. And then we have a total of -7i plus 21. So Nate, what would that add up to?
That would be 49 minus 7.
Yes. Good. So that's in standard form. Good. Okay, I'm going to do this one here, but what does this square mean? How do we simplify that one? Multiply it by itself. Very good. So 3 plus 4i times 3 plus 4i. So a very common mistake in this one is students want to distribute that exponent. We do not have any rule that allows us to distribute an exponent. The distributive property is multiplication over addition, and this represents this times this. So I'm just going to go quick on this. 9 plus 12i plus 12i plus 16i squared. And then the 16i squared is 16 times negative 1. It would be 9 plus 24i, and then 16 times negative 1 would be negative 16. And this would give us a negative 7 plus 24i. Okay, last one, number 8. What is different on number 8? Yes, good. So Emma P said there's a subtraction here. So this is not multiplication. This is subtraction. So really common mistake, students see that, those parentheses and want to multiply. Which one is easier, subtraction or multiplication? Subtraction. So we want to do the subtraction there, but that's what it says too. So we're going to distribute the negative 1. And this would be 2 minus 6i. And what do we get when we distribute the negative 1 here? Raphael? Positive 7. And then? Good. And then what would my final answer be?
Would be 5.
2 plus 7?
9.
9.
Minus 8.
Good. Okay, and rather than doing the you try, I'm going to have you just get started on your assignment. I'm going to check one of the ones on the assignment. Can I get somebody to pass this out? And I'll come around and check off the homework. I need to get somebody to pass this out.
Who's what?
Oh, okay.
Of course you spotted it, right?
So I'm going to look at number 4 before you go. That's more important to me than checking your homework for it. I really want you to start it. Stick up to that and stick up to that.
There's somebody I know who's like jailed for natural diabetes.
I don't see
Anybody who did not get a worksheet?
The way that I cook.
Wait, we have one. I'll just
I